Hey everybody, it's your boy Matt. I'm back, and today we have for you an Adventures of Eldlich video. That's right. I'm back by popular demand. Y'all have asked for it. Eldlich is back. I am playing it since the ranked ladder returned. Occasionally, I am sprinkling in a couple games of Flu just to spice things up, but for the most part, I've been playing Eldlich. I've already reached Diamond, so yeah, it hasn't taken me that long. But yeah, so this video is gonna have roughly, I don't know, 9 or 10, like 8 or so. I don't know, number of replays. One thing that you'll notice about some of these replays, and you'll see it right here. The total number of turns. These games are getting long as fuck. So we have 6 turns, 4 turns. Okay, that's reasonable. 17, 19 turns, 14 turns, 18 turns, 22 turns, 10 turns. Right. So this is what I was talking about last season when I switched from playing Eldlich to playing Philanderies. These games are just taking too long, right? And I just want to rank up, move on with my life. So that's why I switched to Philanderies, because games with involving Philanderies typically last anywhere between 1 to 3 turns. So yeah, that's part of the reason. But yeah, maybe y'all will enjoy some of these longer games because I don't often post a lot of my previous Adventures of Eldlich series. It's just like, oh, you hit them, especially in the olden days of what was it, the Hulk Turbo Synchro was like, oh, you hit him with Lucha Strike and they insta scoop, right? Like those days are over, right? Now there's like actual decks who think that they can outgrind you, but they will learn through a very hard lesson that nobody outgrinds Eldlich. Eldlich is the best deck at the grind game. So yeah, let's get started to get into it. So game number one, let's see. We have Eldlich versus Inspector Border Control. Okay. I'm not sure why there's this Fairy Tail Luna here. Normally you play Fairy Tail Luna if your opponent has, like if you're also running Kaijus, right? So the idea is like, oh, you Kaiju their monster, you summon Luna, Luna searches itself, and then Luna bounces your Kaiju back into your hand, right? And then you can Kaiju them again. So, not sure why he's playing Luna here, but either way, yeah, this deck is, I've seen a number of these decks running around. This deck is strictly inferior to Eldlich. He does have a Harpy's, the lone copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. Not really sure why you need that. I mean, unless he's having trouble against other control decks or something. But yeah, I mean, I guess people just like run Harpies because it's just like a sack you want. But this motherfucker's running, what is this, 8 pots. So he'll never be able to play 2 of them, or 1 of them rather. And yeah, banishing 20 cards, I guess, like, when he doesn't really have an engine, right? So the problem with, like, this control deck is, yeah, it can win you games, but it doesn't have an engine. There's no engine associated with this deck. So, yeah, you can go ahead and run Pot of Desires because it doesn't matter what you banish, right? Also, what's with this lone copy of Anti-Spell? I don't get it. Like, oh, you just needed 1 card, you didn't know what to put? Like, dude, put a Floodgate, put Tikaboo, right? Like, this is the perfect deck to run. There can be only 1, and this dude is running the lone copy of Ice Dragons and the lone copy of Anti-Spell. Like, what's the point of that? Just run Tikaboo. Also, Compulsory Evacuation Device. I never like this card because it's literally a card that trades 1 for 1, right? Oh, and it's not even like a great 1 for 1. It's like, oh, I'm going to spend 1 card to put 1 of your cards into your hand. And if it's not an extra deck monster, it just goes back into your regular hand. So I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't do enough, right? Like, I'd rather have Get Out because it bounces 2 extra deck monsters back into the deck, and like it's usually hard and takes a lot of resources to make 2 extra deck monsters. So anyway, yeah, Comp just seems like a worse version of Get Out. But oh, he is running Tikaboo. Wait, then why does he run like? Oh, I guess I was gonna say Rivalry or Gozen Match. I don't know. This deck just seems like really bad. Like, Storming Mirror Force is a fun card. I enjoy this card, but problem I have with Mirror Force cards is like battle phase traps typically might just get popped, right? Anyway, whatever. Let's get into it. So how long does this take? This took 6 turns. Surprisingly, control deck versus control deck takes like the fewest number of turns in this entire duel here. So let's see what we have. Okay, so let's see. Do I go first or second? I do go first. I'm gonna extrav here to get my draw 2. Set 5 pass. Let's see what he has. He drew the 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. So first things first is I'm gonna of course chain D-Barrier. D-Barrier is gonna call fusion monsters. For some reason, so basically, it's hard to tell. It's like, do you call fusions or do you call Xyz, right? So if they are a Numeron deck and you call Xyz, they actually can't OTK you without any monsters on your field, right? So that's why I didn't call Xyz on the but with fusions it's like a branded Despot that can OTK you if they go through like the Albion path, right, of fusing monsters. But turns out, oh, it's just, okay, set 3. Alright, so Huaka's going to grab Elixir. So here's the thing. I started this game with a Harpy's Feather Duster disadvantage, right? And I'm still going to win. So Elixir's going to come out. He's going to Macro Cosmos. That's kind of funny. Eldlich, okay, Lord Protect back row. Eldlich attack. Set Huaquero. And then this is going to grab my other Elixir. So Macro Cosmos is an annoying card because it's like, you know, Eldlich is a control deck that does need its graveyard. That's like its biggest weakness, right? But it's like a trade-off, right? It's like some control decks can run Macro Cosmos, like this one. Some control decks, like, you know, Eldlich cannot. Some control decks can run, for example, Imperial Iron Wall, which Subterra can, but Eldlich cannot. And other, you know, some control decks can run Skill Drain, such as Eldlich, whereas, you know, Subterra not as good in Subterra, right? So there's definitely, it's like trade-offs, but I think Eldlich has like is the best. So he's gonna set more. I'm just gonna grab another Eldlich. Okay. Battle. So there's a Storm Mirror Force. Okay. So that's gonna allow me to summon Lord. He's gonna Storm Mirror Force again. See that's the thing about Storm Mirror Force is like there's actually a way to do a lot of like hilarious shenanigans where you can just like summon Lord middle battle. So what I should have done, and I have done this against other players, if I knew they were running Storming Mirror Force, I should have put one of my Eldliches into defense position, so that only one of them gets bounced, because only attack position monsters get bounced. So that was a slight misplay on my part. I should have assumed this guy was running Mirror Forces, because I've seen his deck before, or like decks like his before. So yeah, what I should have done, 2 Eldliches, 1 in attack position, 1 defense position, force him to waste Storming Mirror Force on a single Eldlich. That's what I should have done. But also, it's going to be really annoying to summon Eldlich because Macro Cosmos basically says, like, I can't send Eldlich to the graveyard via its hand effects, right? So he's going to draw 2 more, okay? So I'm just going to end phase, just summon Huaquero, and then Heavenly Prison, and he's just going to scoop. Like, that's the thing. He doesn't have enough things to... He just doesn't have gas, right? Like, the Floodgates do nothing against me, right? I guess you could have Solemn Judgment in my Huaquero, but that's just silly, right? Maybe yeah, he just didn't have it, right? Plus, even if he got Inspector Board, it's like, well, Lord of the Heavenly Prison will always be stronger than Inspector Border. Alright, so that's game 1. Game 2, let's see. We have Eldlich versus Swordsoul. So long ends at 2. Should have gone to 1. Why? Because I want Swordsoul players to hesitate when they play Pot of Desires, that they're not going to banish their 1 copy of Long Ren. You know, they don't really sweat much. Anyway. Let's get into this. Alright. So he does go first. Emergence into Moye. We all know where this is going. The most predictable one-dimensional play of existence. Moye into Chishao. This just feels like lazy card design. Konami just decided, you know what, let's just make 1 monster become a Synchro monster. Like, who needs 2 monsters anymore? Just 1 monster to make a Synchro. It's just so lazy, right? It's like, well, we gotta power creep the game somehow, right? Might as well do it in the laziest possible way. So, I guess one cool part about semi-limiting Longin is like now they have to search Longin off of Chishao. So now they don't have Blackout. This guy doesn't have Blackout, right? So he's basically against an Eldlich deck with 1 Omni Negate and a Monster Negate. Monster Negates do nothing against me, right? So I'm gonna Extrav. And this guy is not going to negate. That's smart. You should not negate pots. Do not negate pots. It's a waste of time, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you negate it. If you negate it, he's still dead, right? So, take out Barone. Of course, he's going to negate. Doesn't matter. Because then I can just revive Eldlich, and he doesn't have a negate. I'm going to go ahead and kill this Barone. Yeah, now I'm just going to set 5 cards. For some reason, he's going to try to negate my Eldlich. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Literally does nothing. Oh, I know why. Because he wants to summon Iris Swordsoul. So during the main phase, if a monster whose effectively is on the field, special summon this card. Okay, cool. So he has a body. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I don't see what you do. Like, you're not gonna make it a rank 8 play, are you? Like, that'd be kind of hilarious if he does. So Desires, no more long ends. What are the odds that he has another long end? All right, so Monk. Okay. So he's going to Vishuda bounce my Eldlich, which is hilarious because he knows I have Elixir. He literally saw me set it in the center column, right? So he's just gonna bounce. I'm like, okay, cool. And then before he bounces, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna pop this monk. I popped the monk because I don't want him getting any more like Tenyi abilities off. Like, why did I not pop monk before he used Vishuddha? Because I didn't know he had Vishuddha, right? I saw his graveyard. I didn't see a Vishuddha, so I'm like, okay, I don't need to pop this monk. But he had it in hand. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's okay. Again, it doesn't matter because I have way more resources than him, right? So he's going to set a card. I'm going to immediately punishment on end phase. Take out this Iris Swordsoul, which is 2500, and then take out this... Oh, look, it's called by the grave. Alright, here's my Eldlich. The Iris Swordsoul is a light, so technically I could use Lina to revive it. But he's just going to scoop. He knows, like, he's out of gas, right? Like he might have checked his banish pile from Positive Desire. He's like, oh shit, I have no long ends left. Imagine being a Swordsoul with no access to long end, right? Like, what do you do? What do you do? I think I know what he could do. I guess, what is it? So, using Chi Xiao's ability, he banished long end from his graveyard to negate Eldlich. Because long end is banished, he could technically use Adhara to recycle it to his hand. So, yeah, that's the play. So, that's, okay, so, negating my Eldlich wasn't just to get his Iron Sorcerer, it was also to negate long end so you can recycle it off Adhara, but it doesn't matter. Because I basically said no. Alright, 17 turns. Oh, Jesus. We're going to sit through this? Alright, let's see what he has. Swordsoul. What? Eldlich versus Swordsoul. How did this go 17 turns? I don't know. Well, we'll find out. Also, what is this build? Hold on. Let me look at this. 1 Heart Piece, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Raigeki, 1 Anti-Spell, 1 Alpha, 1 Nibiru, 1 Gizmek. What? 3 D-Shifter. What the fuck? What? Lancia. What the hell is this deck? I mean, technically, if we're being honest, Swordsoul can play through Shifter because the only thing that really needs their graveyards is their Tenyis. But like, they can literally like make their entire two synchro monster board under D Shifter. So I'll actually go and props to this D Shifter. The Lancia is kind of random, and then like so the Alpha, it just seems like, oh, I'm just gonna put a bunch of stuff that I can afford like into a deck, is what it feels like. Anyway. Alright, so why does the game take 17 turns? Because this dude will not know when to give up. That's why. Like, the game will be lost. I can't quite kill him because he's just going to stall for time, right? Because he thinks this is like a regionals or something. There's no timer. Timer ain't going to run out of me, right? So, set 4 pass. I hold 1 copy of Scoldra just in case he back row clears me. Oh, look! He back row cleared me. But luckily he bricked. By the way, this is his 1 copy of Lightning Storm. This motherfucker drew it. Alright, whatever. So I'm going to set 2. See, this is why you hold the second skill drain, just in case, right? He tribute summons Psy-Frame Driver. Oh, baby. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just block this, okay? That's kind of funny. Tribute summon Psy-Frame. Oh, he tributed his Ash Blossom to tribute summon for his Psy-Frame Driver. This is hilarious. This is like, I drew all my hand traps and none of my engine type of games, right? That's hilarious. Alright, so we get our elixir. So 1 Ash is gone, right? So that's 1 Ash I don't have to worry about. I'm gonna elixir. He has a 2nd Ash. This is one of those games where you start with... Is this one of those games where you start with 3 Ashes? Let's find out. 2 Ashes are down. Let's see how many Ashes are left. Alright. I'll grab my Huaquero. So it goes in match. So again, he's just stalling. These Ashes are just gonna stall. But like, I have a skill drain and it goes in. Like, he's a Swordsoul player. He's never gonna be able to play through goes in skill drain. Okay, so he's gonna Maxi. Cool. All right, let's see. Do we get Shadow Imprisoning Mirror? Yes, I'm still running in this iteration of the deck. It is no longer currently my deck anymore because I don't see enough Brandon Despio players to justify this card anymore. Like, literally, Brandon Despio was everywhere. Now I barely see it. Alright, goes to match. Force him to keep light monsters on the field. So, what is this? 6 plus 3. He could have made a Synchro 9. Not sure what that could have been, but whatever. Look, lo and behold, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. Unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable. This is why this game took forever. Alright. I'm just going to get rid of this stupid driver. I'm going to return this Eldlich because I don't need Shadow Imprisoning. And I'm going to swing into this. Alright, there's Huaquero. Alright, so here's Ecclesia, who's gonna tribute self for Moye. Okay. Moye is gonna attempt to make a token, but I'm just gonna skill drain, right? Good. Yeah, see, like, he was never gonna do anything. So let's swing into this Moye. Goodbye. In retrospect, I should have summoned this Walquero to banish his Psyframe driver, just so he doesn't have it, you know, make Gamma another brick in his hand, right? Raigeki! Oh, baby! Okay. He's gonna summon Arch Nemesis Protoss, and I'm gonna Solemn Strike that and say no. I don't want to deal with that. Walquero. Alright, so at this point, by the way, at this point, even what's about to happen, you can say, oh no, did you see that coming? I did see this coming, but I was just like in that situation, just like, I want to see if this motherfucker has it, right? So he has no monster on the field, so if I attempt to use Eldlich effect in the graveyard, if he has Psyframe Gamma drivers in the graveyard, he could do it, right? And stop my Eldlich from reviving. Let's see if this motherfucker has it. He has it! He has a Gamma! See, my instincts are correct. I should have banished driver in the previous turn, but that's okay. Okay, cool. He's gonna get another elixir, and he's out of ashes. No more ashes for you. So no more driver to deal with. Okay, he has an Iris Swordsoul. I'm just gonna elixir. Okay, that's cool, bro. Set, punishment, pop, and pop. All right, random crossout designator. This dude is still alive. All right, so obviously this Solemn Strike is like unplayable because of my life points. Yeah, he's finally going to scoop. Finally going to scoop. Okay. So that's why this game was so long, because he just kept stalling and stalling with a million hand traps, and eventually he ran out of gas because Swordsoul will always run out of gas against Eldlich. Just like in this game, just like the previous game. Duel 4, Eldlich versus... Oh, look, another Swordsoul. Cool. What's interesting about this deck here? Double Dark Ruler in the main deck. I actually respect that, not going to lie. The one copy of triple taxes is random. Okay. Nibiru in main deck, always respect that. Not bad. Yeah. Oh, he's running the Swordsoul Sacred Summon, but he's not running the Dragon Cycle card. Whatever. I think Dragon Cycle card is better. All right, this is a 19-turn game. What's up with this? Let's find out. Pretty solid opening hand. You'll love to see it. So he does go first. Okay. Alright. Desires. Rishuda. Monk. Yep. Taya. Goodbye, Rishuda. Shishao. Mill Moye. Emergence. Sacred Summit. Revive Moye. I always forget that Moya's effect is actually can be done on special summon. Adamaspeter Risen! Damn! He's going to triple Synchro board. That's how you know this guy's good, right? That's how you know he's got a good hand. Oh, he had to discard Blackout. Feels bad, man. Baron de Fleur, okay? Alright, so time to break this board. So first off, Lord, will he negate? Yes, he will! He wasted Baron negate on Lord! Like, if he had Blackout, maybe you could say that's worth it, but he doesn't have Blackout, right? So, like, Lord is not even really protecting my back row against anything except maybe, like, this floor pop. But his floor plop is never going to happen. I can tell you that, right? So, no floor negate, right? Alright, so check this out. So, first I'm going to Rivalry, right? He's going to attempt to negate with Adamaspeter, right? But I'm going to say no to that because I'm going to call Synchros. Right, so not only will this prevent him from summoning Synchros, but it makes all Synchros on the field, right? So we know that because of Rivalry, he will keep Worm. Because if your Swordsoul, someone hits you with Rivalry, you got to go with Worm because, yeah, your entire freaking deck is mostly Worms, right? So that means I know that Risen and Baron are going to be booted, right, after this. So goodbye. Easy peasy. All right, now let's go Adhara. Adhara returns Vishuddha, and now I say okay. So I'm basically forcing him to banish his Monk. So now Vishuddha will not be able to activate without Monk because he can't put a token on the field, right? Okay, so now he has a dead Vishuda. Battle. Alright, let's block this. Okay. Yeah, typically Rivalry doesn't do much against Swordsoul, but, you know, Baron's a warrior and Rizen's a rock, so it does now. Alright, let's get Eldlich. Alright, battle. He's going to Ash, and I'm just going to say no to that, because I don't want to waste 2 turns getting my Eldlich out. It's just a delay, right? It does nothing. It's bad enough this duel is already for freaking 19 turns, right? So let's get my Waquero here. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Actually, I'm going to leave an attack position because I want him to attack me. Because then on my turn, I revive at 3,500. Let's see if he takes the bait. Second Pile of Desires. His deck is at 8 cards left, by the way. Okay, so he does take the bait. By the way, if you're the Swordsoul player, the correct thing is do not attack the Eldlich. But he's an idiot because he's in Plat, right? And he's playing Swordsoul. So Swordsoul players in general, not very smart people. So here comes my Eldlich. Technically, I should have gotten rid of Rivalry, but whatever. Alright, now I'm going to run this over. Bam. I'll hold on to the skill drain. Get an Elixir, just in case he hits me with the Harpies. But then again, half his deck is literally banished. I'd be very surprised if he still had Harpies at this point. So there's Protoss. So the thing about Protoss is it's a 3k defense, cannot be destroyed by card effects. So I can only destroy it using an Eldlich at 3,500, but because of Tikaboo and Rivalry, I can't do anything, right? So so this is one of the reasons I hated Tikaboo in the past. Unless you get Lord of the Heavenly Prison or you have an Eldlich in the graveyard, you can't do anything, right? You can't summon your Golden Land creatures, you can't summon a second Eldlich. You're just stuck on one Eldlich for a long time, right? And if you're playing real-life tournaments, this will cost you game. There were times in the past where I've run Tikaboo, and it cost me the game because they would just stall for time, right? So, yeah, I just have to sit here in defense position, doing nothing, waiting to either draw Lord of the Heavenly Prison or hard draw my Eldlich. Those are my only outs in the situation, right? And Lightning Storm, he can't use to do anything. But I noticed, hey, he's got 3 cards left in his deck. I'm just gonna waste time, right? It's like he's gonna deck out before me. Yeah. So this one of the reasons I don't like Tikaboo is because it leads to a lot of game states like this. But Tikaboo is just really good in the current format, right? Because we have Swordsoul, hits Flaunderies, hits Marine Cess, hits the freaking Salamangreat, right? It just hits a lot of decks. So Pendulums, Magicians, right? It just wrecks those decks. So that's why I think right now it's worth running Tikaboo. Normally I would not advocate for it. Alright, so he finally surrenders because he sees he's going to deck out and he has no out. Alright, Duel 5. Eldlich versus... Oh god, what is this? This is branded Zombie World Eldlich. Oh, Jesus. What a mouthful. Alright, so for those of you asking, oh, why don't you run branded? Why don't you run Zombie World? Why don't you run whatever? Gold Cursed Eldland? Because all those things suck and just make Eldlich worse, right? Eldlich is already not that great of an engine. Like, the best cards in an Eldlich deck are the trap cards, right? So, basically, you're removing trap cards, the best cards, keeping the Eldlich, the worst cards, and then adding secondary engines for no particular reason. So, yeah, this is, even though this does show it's a 14-turn game, you'll see that this is not even close. This is not, like, the only reason it lasts this long is because he basically stalls it out that long, but, like, you're going to see that this dude had no chance against me, right? And that's just the way it is. Pure Eldlich is better. It's just better. That's just a fact, right? All right, do I go first? I forget. Oh, he goes first. He's actually running a Luber, which is hilarious. Like, Brandon Eldlich doesn't need a Lubers. He literally doesn't need a Lubers. All right. Lubellion. Okay. Alright, he summons Eldlich. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to use Lord. Okay, set 4. I'm holding this Tikaboo because I want to leave a spot open just in case I draw a card next turn. I don't want my board to be full potentially. Alright, so he's going to use Banshee, which he made from got into there with Branded Fusion to get Zombie World, and then he's going to summon Ballardrock, right? Oh wow, look at this board. Whatever shall I do? Well, first I'm gonna say Tikaboo. Alright, folks. So normally, you look at his board and say, oh, Luber's a fairy, Eldlich is a zombie, Balrog is a zombie, Mirror Jade is a zombie. But he plays Zombie World, so now they're all zombies. So Tikaboo is going to clear his whole board. Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, if he didn't have Zombie World, he would only have to get rid of one monster. That's it. But Zombie World literally cucked him completely. Imagine being cucked by your own Zombie World. Hilarious. This is why you don't play Zombie World, right? Let's say you go up against an Inspector board or whatever deck that runs Tikaboo. Even, folks, there are decks that run Tikaboo. Sky Striker can run Tikaboo. What's it called? Brandon Despia can run Tikaboo. Like Tikaboo is really good in the current format, and you're running Zombie World into a Tikaboo format. Hilarious. Yeah, don't do it. Don't play Zombie World or like Brandon package in Eldlich. There's no point, right? So he's gonna attempt to attack. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and Ice Dragons his Balladrock. Goodbye. See, because his deck has all these little engines, he doesn't have room for Ice Dragons, and I do. And you know what? What card Ice Dragons loves? Zombie World. Why? Because every monster in the grave or the field becomes zombies. So literally any monster he has in the graveyard, I can banish. Oh man, this is just so funny. It's so funny. All right. So 2 of his boss monsters gone, baby, gone. And I haven't. I literally spent 2 cards. No, 1 card. 1 card is in the graveyard. The other's on the field, right? Whereas he spent 4 cards in the graveyard, 4 banished, and 4 on the field. Like you see how this resource trading is working, right? Like, look at all the cards he had to expend. What is that? That Thanos meme. All that for a drop of blood. He hasn't even gotten the drop of blood. It's just been all that, right? In fact, the only damage to life points I've taken has been my own. I just took 1,000 off skill drain, right? So end phase, gonna get this pot, right? All right, let's get a draw. All right, all right. So Eldlich is gonna go ahead. I got rid of D-Barrier because 2 of his Branded Fusion in the graveyard. I doubt he's gonna attempt to make a Branded Fusion play again. So I just like I don't need D-Barrier. So I'm just gonna get rid of Zombie World. Why do I get rid of Zombie World? Oh, just so to make it so that like if he has another Doom King, like he can't just whatever. So I take out Tikaboo because I have another one in my hand to summon my Eldlich. And now I have a lot of damage here. He's going to Huaquero. Okay. Goodbye. And then I'm going to swing here. So I set Tikaboo in punishment. So little does he know, I still have a Tikaboo, right? But again, I wanted to get rid of Tikaboo because I wanted to be able to, like, summon Golden Land monsters if need be, right? Cursed Eldland. Oh, man. This card is so bad. It's so bad. It's like, all right, buddy, what are you going to search off Cursed Eldland? He searches Eldlich the Golden Lord. So this motherfucker has an Eldlich in the hand with no other cards in hand, right? He can't summon it. Why did he search that? Wait, hold on. Because 1 Elixir is here. Okay, 1 Huaquero. All right. I mean, whatever. It's just so fucking random, right? Like, why does he have this card? Cursed Eldland is so bad. All right, so Huaquero's gonna grab Elixir. Okay. Alright, I drew a Gozen. Cool. Let's just swing. So here comes the conch. Okay. Oh, he's finally going to use Eldlich to get rid of my Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Okay, okay, guy. So he's going to resummon Eldlich at 3,500. Okay. And then this is going to mill him. Okay, cool. That's like the best play he has. All right, so now he's gonna Elixir. So I don't know at this point. I didn't know how many Eldliches he had in his deck. I assumed he had 3, right? But because the previous turn he used Conquistador without chaining Elixir, tells me that he only had 2 Eldliches in his deck because 1 was banished, 1 is in his hand. Therefore, the only thing Elixir can summon is Balrog, right? Because he can only summon Balrog, that means that's his only target, which means I'm gonna Gozen match and say no dark monsters for you, baby. Maybe. Like. Okay. Alright, so I draw. So can't use Extrav because my board's full. I'm just gonna revive this Eldlich at 3,500. End phase. Okay. He's gonna grab Golden Land Forever. Wow. This card is so unbelievably bad. Like, Golden Land Forever is a card that trades 2 for 1. You have to trade itself plus a zombie, and in this case it's going to be his Eldlich, to stop one of your opponent's cards, right? So look what I'm going to do here. He's going to draw. He's going to do the end phase. I'm going to punishment his Eldlich. And then I'm going to use Elder Entity Entis to pop his Golden Land Forever, right? Because I know the other 2 cards don't matter because they haven't done anything yet. And I think one of them is actually like an Elixir, right? And look what he's going to do. He's going to Golden Land Forever me, right? So my goal was to take out 2 cards from his field using punishment, and I literally accomplished that. Because he chained... you see why this card sucks? Like, not only does it cost too much, but... and it's too situational, but it doesn't even search you an Elixir. If this had the graveyard effect that searches you an Elixir, maybe you could say it's worth it. But it doesn't even have that, folks. It's just not a good card. It's like, cool, I cleared your field. That was literally my, like, what I wanted to do, right? So let's go ahead and get a draw 2 here. Okay. Alright. Here's an Elixir, okay. Okay. Like, just look at the resources, right? I have 25 cards in the deck. The 25? Oh, his deck was actually bigger than mine, and he's been using extra deck. But his field is, like, empty, right? So he's going to crash, okay. Main phase 2, he's going to attempt to revive, and I'm going to... Oh, dude, that was an imperm! He had an imperm! Oh, man. Dude, if you're a control deck, never run this card ever. It sucks. Do not run it. You're not a combo... This card is for combo decks, not for control decks. Alright, so I'm going to say no to him reviving at 3,500. And I'm going to go ahead and get my second Eldlich. Yeah, this game is so unbelievably over. Like, he never had a chance. So I'm just going to get rid of Shadow Imprisoning because I feel like, he's probably not going to use Dark Monsters anymore. He's going to call by the grave on Eldlich. Okay, I don't care. Like, again, it's not going to change anything because I have 1 Eldlich, right? 1 Eldlich is all you need to win. And now I'm going to put Haquaquera on the field, and that means his Eldlich is done. He's completely done. I'm not even going to set Torrential Tribute because there's no point. Battle phase, okay. He doesn't try to summon Eldlich. I'm just gonna banish it. Goodbye. Yeah, like again, he's just stalling. He has nothing left. Ooh, a Max C, cool. Goodbye. Yeah, like if you pay attention to this game, at no point was he ever a threat to me. Like I was never on the back foot. It was always him with his back against the wall, desperately clinging and trying to survive. And he went first. He got first dibs on setting up whatever board he wanted, and it still didn't matter because his board was weak as shit. Like what's the point? If you want to play like a deck with all these engines that sets up a bunch of like crazy monsters or whatever, just play a regular combo deck. So, all right, cool. So duel number 6. Oh, 18 turns. Oh god, this is gonna be a long video, huh? Oh, Eldlich versus Traptrix. I remember this. I remember this game. So, a few funny notes. 1 copy of Prosperity. I don't know why he doesn't do Extrav. Like, oh, maybe he's afraid of banishing Sarah, but like, you have 3 copies of Sarah. You're probably not going to manage it off Extrav. The 1 Feather Duster. You love to see control decks with the random 1 copy of Feather Dusters. Like, why are you so afraid of other control decks? Like, if you're that afraid of other control decks, make yours better, and then you just beat them normally. But whatever. And then the thing that made me smile the most, 1 copy of Ring of Destruction. This is like, oh, because, you know, they want to burn you off the Graveyard Trigger's trap hole, and then it's like, oh, Ring of Destruction will finish you off. And that's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. I appreciate that. But I do notice no copy of Solemn Strike. He has 3 Judgment, no Strike. That is a mistake. These 3 copies of Imperm should be 3 copies of Solemn Strike. Alas. Yeah, so it is a control deck mirror, right? Will I ever build a Traptrix deck? Probably, because it has waifus and it has traps. So one day I will. I am tempted to build it, especially since a lot of their monsters are immune to traps, which includes skill drain, and that I appreciate that. So maybe I will build one day. Anyway, so he's going first. Mantis, search a thing. Prosperity, search another thing. Oh, the one Ash. Like, why are you running Ash here, dude? Why? Like that's the thing. Like, you think play the run Ash. Oh, maybe if I can interrupt one turn of theirs, I can set up my board. It's like, dude, Ash is not enough to stop one turn. Most decks, unless they brick, like you need 2 hand traps, right? And you're not running that many. Just don't run hand traps in a control deck. There's no need, right? So he's gonna Lord. Okay, cool. What did he even add? Oh, he added what the fuck did he add? Oh, Torrential Tribute. So I know he has a Torrential Tribute. So I'm gonna use my Lord. Set 4 pass. So I'm gonna Torrential Tribute here. Pop his monster so he can't make an XCs. He searches Gravedigger's Trap Hole. So I know he has this. So this says, opponent activates monster, hand in graveyard, or banished. Negates effect, inflict 2,000 damage. So, okay. So he's going to attempt to pop this card using this monster. But I'm just going to chain it and then banish. Goodbye. Okay. So he hits me for 800, like whatever. Main phase 2, he has Lord. End phase, I'm going to Elixir. Oh look, he has Ash. It always amuses me when they use Ash on Elixir. Hey idiot, if you Ash Elixir, I can summon Lord and search a crap, right? I literally net more cards from this. Like, this is so stupid, right? Check this out. Alright, so now Lord comes out, and then I set a card. He can't even torrential me because it's a when effect, right? So he's going to compulsory evacuation my Lord back to my hand, which is hilarious. It's so dumb. Alright, check out this big brain play this guy's going to make. You're going to love this. So see that his hand has Lord of the Heavenly Prison active. Lord of the Heavenly Prison protects all set cards from being destroyed, right? So he's going to use Sarah to summon Mirmello. And this card says, if this card spells summon target, one spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. He's going to attempt to destroy my pot. But it's going to fizzle. Because his Lord of the Heavenly Prison was protecting my card. This dude is so dumb. Like, you can just see, like, tell me you don't know how to play control decks without telling me you don't know how to play control decks. That's how it feels like right now, right? Alright, so let's go with the extra. I'm going to draw 2. Chain, Elixir, to thin my deck. Laquero. Alright, Gozen and Torrential. Alright, not bad. So end phase. Why do I not bother using Lord of the Heavenly Prison? Because I know he has a Gravedigger's Trap Hole. So he's going to normal thing. Okay. He's going to set another Gravedigger, so he has 2 Gravediggers Trap Hole, and then a Floodgate Trap Hole. I'm going to go ahead and Punishment. Because basically, I don't want him to make an Xyz monster. That's the goal here. And Entis is going to pop this card, and he's going to chain Gravedigger's Trap Hole to Entis. That's really weird. Like, why would you do this? Okay, so he burns me for 2k. That means my Lord is now available, right? Because this Gravekeeper's is being used, and the one he set is not able to be activated yet. So I'm going to chain Lord, and now I have a 3k beater, right? Like, good job, idiot. Alright, so he's going to recycle Gravediggers, make Alameros, okay? Torrential Tribute, which will, so this is one of the cool things. So some of these Traptrix monsters are immune to trap effects, so that's why a Lord died and they didn't. So pretty cool. I can respect that. So he's going to revive Lord to his side of the field, and I'm just going to Gozen match and be like, okay, put him back, thank you. And he can't even summon his Lord. So he's going to swing. I have Laquero. Okay. So he's going to use his Lord, but again, Lord is double-sided here, right? And under Gozen, he can't even summon it. So Solemn Judgment. Elixir. I'm not going to use Lord because he has Gravediggers, right? I'm playing around Gravediggers here. So he's going to make this freaking monster here. What is this? I'm just going to Solemn Judgment it. I don't want to deal with it. So he's going to attempt to pop Gozen, and I'm just going to blow up his board. He's going to summon his Lord. Okay. He doesn't get a search because it was not revealed. He's going to attempt to swing, but I have Elixir. Summon Eldlich. Okay. Draw. So set Eldlich here, or Hawkfire here. I don't even bother trying to use Lord or either Lords because he has Gravedigger's Trap Hole, right? So I'm just gonna Gozen match, so he's locked out of Earth monster. So all the Traptrix monsters are Earths, and Lord is a Dark. So he's basically locked into one monster on his field. Okay. He's gonna Solemn Judgment. Okay. I guess he really wants to summon a monster. That's cool, I guess. Dude, this guy is so desperate to OTK me. This is what this is. It's just a desperation play. So Conker's going to block this. He's going to use Floodgate Trap Hole. Let's read what this says. When your opponent summons a monster, change that monster face on defense position. Monsters change it face on defense position cannot change the battle position. So he's going to flip my Conquistador face down, and I'm going to have to reset it, right? Okay. So then I'm just going to block his attack with block, and then Conquistador will be used next turn. Like, this is just silly, right? Alright. So pay attention, folks. I have 700 life points, and I know his set card is Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Even though he's doing a little shuffle here, I know it's Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Like, I'm not. Like, he's pretending it's imperm by putting it in this column, but he's not fooling anyone, right? So I'm gonna set Traptrix. Like, I'm not gonna use either Lord effect because he will kill me with Gravedigger's Trap Hole. So I'm just gonna grab my my elixir here, okay? And now I have a Conquistador too, so. Okay, so he's gonna search his third Gravediggers. I'm gonna use Conk chain into Elixir to basically pop his Lord, and now he has a bunch of monsters. I'm gonna use D-Barrier to basically say no Xyz summonings, right? Because again, like, these monsters are like completely worthless if they can't Xyz summon. So I just stopped him from Xyzing for one turn. All right, so at this point, all I gotta do is just attack him. I don't have to use any monster effects, because if I summon monsters or attempt to use monster effects, he's gonna Gravediggers me and kill me, right? So I'm just gonna attack position, kill this monster. Bam, done. Set Traptrix. And then just pass, right? Like, I have no, like let's look at his resources, right? So look how many monsters he has in his graveyard compared to me. Like, I have Eldlich and like, right? Like, but again, I have the one Eldlich I need to win the game. And then I have a Lord of the Heavenly Prison in hand, right? If I ever wanted to, I could tribute summon these two for Lord of the Heavenly Prison if I needed a 3k beater, but I don't need that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. Yeah, so he needs me to use an effect so he can kill me with Gravediggers, but it's not going to happen. Oh, look, he set a monster. I wonder what that is. So this Solemn Strike does nothing. Oh, it's an Ash. Cool. Well, why did you... Also, I also love the fact that this anti-spell has been on the board all game and it's done literally nothing, right? Okay. Alright, no monsters. You know what time it is. Bam. Boom. So, if I didn't kill him there, I had a Solemn Judgment, so if he tries a normal next turn to kill my Conk, I Solemn his normal summon. So, yeah. Traptrix will run out of gas against Eldlich. It's inevitable, right? Especially when he builds so terribly. Like, think about it. Most of the cards in his deck were bricks, right? Imperm does nothing. Ash does nothing. Like, D-Barrier does nothing. Alright. Oh, that was a long game. Alright. So, where are we at? We're at duel number 7. 22 turns. Are you serious? Yes, we are. Alright, we have Eldlich versus Umi control. Alright, a few things to note here. Because I've dabbled with Umi control, so obviously I'm an expert at this point, right? Let's see these ratios. I appreciate the 2 Sea Stealth attack, the 2 Ice Barriers. I like that a lot. 2 of each of these. However, why are you at 2 Torrential Tribute? This is not once per turn. You should be at 3. Also, he's playing this card, which says Search Torrential Tribute. Wait a minute. You have a card that searches Torrential Tribute, but you don't have the 3rd copy? That's kind of weird. I don't know. That just seems silly. It's like, all right, what if... it's so silly. 2 Ice Barrier is fine. Okay. 2 War of Island. 1 copy of Ash. What? 1 copy of Maxi. 1 copy of Ember. This just seems like I can't afford cards. That's what it feels like to me. 3 Extravs. Should be 2. Prosperity is okay. I would just cut this. Just put a duality, right? It's alright. It's not bad, but also he's playing the 1 General Raiho, which a lot of Umi players like to play. I don't think it's worthwhile, so I don't play it. Like, it's very situational, right? Anyway, let's get into it. 22 turns. Oh, what a slog. Another control deck mirror. See, I've sat through all these turns of games just so I could provide y'all with quality entertainment and content, when I could just be playing Flaunderies and just end the game in like 1 or 3 turns, right? Alright. Alright, so I go second. Okay, Extrav. Terra. Legendary Ocean, okay? Kairyu-Shin, Sea Stealth, yep. All according to plan. That's what that's how I'd open too. So Extrav. Oh, also, look at this fucking 3 copies of Torrential Tribute, and not a single one of these copies is a brick. I love this card with. And this motherfucker chooses to run 2 when it's a rare. Come on, man. Run 3 Torrential Tributes. Man up. Sorry. That was microaggression. Seriously, just run 3 Torrential Tributes. You'll see in this duel that it never breaks. You will never break on Torrential Tribute. Just run 3. Alright, so let's see what we have. I'm going to go ahead and grab Elixir, just so I have an Eldlich engine running. Set 5 pass. No point in getting D-Barrier. Alright, so he's going to run C Stealth attack. Okay, that's cool. So he's going to grab C Stealth 2. That's cool. Yep. That's pretty much what I do too. He normals Warrior of Atlantis. I'm just going to be like, alright, Torrential Tribute, which will force his C Stealth attack, right? To banish his Kairyu-Shin. And then I'm going to... so I made a mistake here. Because... the point of his punishment, I wanted to pop his C Stealth attack, but I'm like, oh wait, fuck. If C Stealth attack resolves, it will be immune to destruction effects. So I forgot about that. So I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm just going to use Entis to pop this face down. Oh, Torrential Tribute. Cool. He's going to Ash. The 1 copy of Ash in his entire deck. He drew it. Oh, man. It's such an underwhelming card against me. Like, it's so stupid. It's just like a little annoyance. It doesn't do much. It's not going to win him the game, having Ash. That's usually how I feel. Whenever I see Ash, it never wins in the game. It just delays the inevitable loss. That's how it feels like to me. Alright, so he's going to search the Dark Reef. And now I'm going to Torrential again. And then he's going to do this again. And now I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. Cool, Skill Drain. That's... Alright, I'm just going to crash this. He's in a Dark Reef. Okay. I'm going to Torrential. See this? And now he has to use this. He can only save 1 of his monsters. What's it going to be? It's going to be his Kairyu-Shin, because of course it is. And he's going to pop my Huaquero, which doesn't matter. And then this whale is going to summon this. So that's the whole point of this. If his whale gets destroyed, he can summon this, which is like, really? This is a brick, right? It's level 6. You can't summon off Legendary Ocean, because like it will become level 5, right? You can't even normal summon it. So if you draw it in your hand, it is 100% a brick. Alright, so I'm just going to set 2 here. Get my Elixir. At this point, like now that I have Skill Drain, the game is completely over, right? It's just a matter of time. It's just him deciding when does he want the game to end. How long does he want to drag this game out? Because there's... Oh, he has Harpies. Oh no, the 1 copy of Harpies Feather Duster. Yes, I am running a Solemn Judgment again because, again, I keep seeing decks running the random 1 copy of Harpies, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of that. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And also, Solemn Judgment, really good against Flu. And Flu is like way more popular now because of the quick play. So he's gonna Kairyu-Shin. I'm gonna Skill Drain it. Negate. Okay. Battle. He's gonna revive something. I'm just gonna. So I'm gonna take his Fortress Royal to my side, so he can't revive it. He's gonna bring out his Jellyfish. Okay. So he's gonna attack it, which will pop it. Maybe that Ice Dragons was not worth it. Okay, he's gonna revive his whale. Cool. Attack his jelly. Oh, okay. He's gonna save his jellyfish. So by the way, I purposely suicided my Eldlich because I wanted to bring him back at 3,500. Because otherwise he would just attack it on his turn, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Conquistador. Finally, I'm gonna get rid of this stupid card. So I'm gonna Conquistador, pop his Sea Stealth attack. No more Sea Stealth attacking. And he can't even search a second one, even if he had it. So because of Sea Stealth 2, he can just revive a monster every battle phase. So this is why these games are gonna take forever, right? Okay, I did draw Tikaboo. He's gonna revive the whale. Okay, kill the Kairyu-Shin. Yep. Whale's gonna do nothing. Okay, it's gonna pop. A long slog, but Eldlich will inevitably win. There's a fish search. Doom Kraken. He's gonna attempt to use Doom Kraken to bounce my Eldlich, but I'm just gonna say no to that because Doom Kraken is an Aqua, and he already has an Aqua, so that's gonna be nothing. So go ahead and kill this this warrior. Okay. Bear, CUCKS. I just want to clear my board. That's so that I can put in another Elixir. Again, because of Tikaboo, I can never put another zombie on the field. So, yeah, I kind of just this is why these games are so long. Like, Tikaboo just draws out the game. All right, but I do have my Lord, so maybe the game won't be drawn out too long. So, but I can't really flip any of these except Judgment. So Lord's just gonna sit there, right? Battle. Okay, I'm just gonna kill every monster he gets. Lord, yep. Fish Sonar, okay. Summons, he has a Kyroshin, okay. He's gonna revive his whale. He's gonna use Doom Kraken to bounce Eldlich. I'm gonna say no to that because, yeah, F that. And now I'm gonna summon Lord. Ice Bear, yep. Ice Bear will mill Kyroshin to return Doom Kraken. So this guy thinks the way that he's gonna somehow win this game is via Doom Kraken. I just don't see it. So battle. So he's gonna Doom Kraken my Eldlich. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring out another Eldlich, like whatever. Literally does nothing. And then I kill his Doom Kraken because it's negated, right? Like. He thinks, like, I have more cards than he's gonna deck out before me. He's at 14, I'm at 14, and he draws first. So I don't see what he thinks he's doing here. Just surrender. Oh, now and Pot is gonna help him deck out even harder. Ooh, Imperm. Maybe that'll save him. So stupid. All right, so he gets Fury of the Kyroshin, which will search Torrential, I guess. That card is Torrential, 100%. All right, I have a Hawk Arrow. Alright, so I'm going to use Eldlich to get rid of this Tikaboo because it's annoying. Like, this is why I hate Tikaboo. I've always hated Tikaboo. Alright, take out this Torrential. I'm going to banish this Doom Kraken so he can't fuck with it again. Here comes the whale. I'm going to Ice Dragons. Take this Warrior. Because if the whale dies, this Warrior returns, and I'm just be like, no. And then I'm just going to summon, like, I'm just going to overwhelm him and see if I can end the stupid game here. Alright, no more playing around. I've had it. It's time to end the game, and it's finally over. But again, at no point during this game did this guy have the upper hand against me. It was just him stalling for time, which is weird because it's like, dude, you're going to deck out before me. Like, where's your win condition? You don't have one anymore. It's over. Just take the loss and move on. Just surrender. Could have surrendered on turn 3, but he decided to drag it for 22 turns. Alright, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Duel number 8. Oh, God. 10 turns. Much better. Eldlich versus Eldlich. Ooh. But a strictly inferior Eldlich. Why inferior, you ask? Because, first of all, I see a Golden Land Forever. Sucks. Double summon limit. Bad. Double Guardian. Bad. Dude's not running Tikaboo. But the dude chooses not to run Tikaboo, but chooses to run Guardian of the Golden Land. Okay. Okay, double Extrav. Not bad. The single Prosp is weird. Curse Eldland. Oh, again, just strictly inferior to my deck, right? And what the hell is Anaconda supposed to do? Oh, wait. DPE. He has DPE? Well, he doesn't have the materials. Okay, that's just super weird. Alright, whatever. So, Game 8, Eldlich versus strictly inferior Eldlich. I wonder which Eldlich deck is going to win. Find out. Alright. So, he goes first. Pot. Yep. Set 4. Okay. He's an anti-spell. Ooh. Anti-spell. Anything but that. So, Lord set 4. There's the Elixir. Okay. Battle. Walk. Rivalry. What? Oh, he rivalries, so I can't use Summon Lord because it's a rock. Good job, buddy. Very smart. Golden Land Forever. Oh no, not that card. Alright, so now he's going to use Eldlich to try to snipe my Solemn Judgment, which I will allow him to do because, you know, whatever, it's just a Solemn Judgment. And now, look, on end phase, I'm going to use Ice Dragons on his Eldlich to banish both Eldliches because he doesn't have an Elixir as far as I know, or at least not one he can activate, and Golden Land Forever cannot be used this turn. So he's going to do the smart move, which maybe he learned, he picked up from me. You chain, if you're going to get both your Eldliches banished off Ice Dragon, trade a Huac, use Huaquero to banish the Eldlich in the graveyard, and then only one of your Eldliches get banished. So he did the smart move here. I'm surprised he did. Despite having the worst deck, he isn't all that bad. So my guy, if you're watching my video, sorry I'm shitting on your deck. Maybe it's a budget issue, I don't know, like maybe you don't have the gems, or the crafting material, but you did the correct move here, which is chaining Huaquero. And then I'm just going to end phase summon Lord. And I get my pot. Alright, so let's use pot. He's going to chain Golden Land Forever on pot. Oh my god, what a moron. Oh man. This is so bad. It's like, okay buddy, goodbye. Like, what? This is just so bad. And I'm going to activate my second Lord. So, incoming, you have two Rocky Lords about to like run over your ass, right? Because I'm under Rivalry, I can only summon rocks. Luckily, these are both rock monsters. Note, I don't have any Eldlich engine yet. Like, I mean, I have a Huaquero in the graveyard, but like I haven't. The Eldlich monster is not yet in rotation. So he's gonna grab Guardian of the Golden Land. Bro, this card is so bad. All right, so set skill drain because I thought, there's this guy running branded, because if so, I have a skill drain ready for him. So Huaquero's going to come in. There's the Elixir. I'm going to set my Elixir, okay? Cool. Let's see what he's going to do. First, he's going to attempt to revive Eldlich. I'm going to say no. So basically force him to summon Eldlich via Elixir. So he'll be at 2,500. So he can't run over Lord without this card. So basically he just spent 1, 2, 3 cards versus my 1 Solemn Strike to take out my 1. So I traded 2 for 3 here, basically. Because now that this Guardian is on the field, it does nothing. So now that the Rocky Boy is off the field, here comes my Eldlich, right? And yeah, this game is over. You can probably tell what's going to happen here. But if not, I'll pause for a bit. It's like, so what's the best move here, right? I have an Eldlich on the field versus an Eldlich on his field, which I presume is his last copy, if he's not dumb and not running 3, right? And I have a Elixir in the graveyard. What is my best move here? Dun, 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 dun. Comment down below. All right. So if your solution involves me crashing his Eldlich and then banishing it with Huaquero, then you would be correct. All right. So let's crash. Get that Eldlich in the graveyard. Revive my Eldlich. 3,500. Activate Lord. Elixir will grab Huaquero, and then I have a Traptrix ready to go, right? So everything I need, like again, Rivalry and Anti-Spell does nothing. This Guardian monster sucks, and whatever he has in his hand is clearly not a spell trap, or he would have said it by now, right? All right, so end phase. At this point, he should know he's toast. Like, there's nothing he can do to stop me at this point. So he's gonna set Huaquero because he has nothing else he can do. All right, so he's gonna use Eldlich to remove Rivalry. And I have to say thank you. Now I can summon my Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And I'm going to chain Huaquero. Banish his Eldlich. Here comes the Lord. Oh, he's going to Lava Golem me. Why did I not Lord? Huh. Why did I not Lord? I don't know. Oh, because I have Traptrix. That's why. I was thinking I'll save Lord of the Heavenly Prison for later. For the end phase, I think is what I was thinking. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, no need to do it in his main phase. I'm going to do it in end phase. All right, so here comes a Lava Golem. End phase, I'm going to flip Traptrix. Punishment, take out his Guardian, and I know this leftmost card is a Huaquero, which does nothing to me. I know this anti-spell does nothing to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab my pot. Entis will take out his middle card, and it is a pot. Okay, cool. Oh, he set that pot because of anti-spell, right? So anti-spell screwed him more than me because he couldn't use my pot. But but look, I can use my pot because mine was set by a Lord, right? See, anti-spell does nothing, right? All right. So return Eldlich to greatness. Alright, so I have a bunch of beaters. I know he has a Waquero. Go ahead and summon it. It's not going to do anything. Okay, goodbye. Alright, set 2. He thinks maybe he can kill me with Lava Golem burn, but I have Skill Drain, so Lava Golem is never going to burn me again. And he has no cards, right? Like, he should have scooped. I don't know why he scooped in. Hey, if you're watching my video, if you're maybe is the reason you didn't scoop because you wanted me to talk more about your game and like to acknowledge you? Do you want Senpai to notice you? Because I did notice you. Even though I disapprove of your deck build, I did approve of how you dealt with Ice Dragon's Prison. I approve very much. Alright, so Skill Drain, so Lava Golem does nothing. Okay. And now the game's over. He's gonna punishment. And I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna pop my own Eldlich. And now I'm gonna kill you with Eldlich. GG. Good way to end the adventure of Eldlich. Back on top. Well, I guess I'm not at Diamond 1 yet, but back in Diamond where it belongs. But yeah, it's getting to be quite a grind playing all these freaking duels with all these turns just so I can make these videos for y'all. But y'all wanted it. Y'all asked for the Eldlich Adventures of video. Here it is. just one more once I get to Diamond 1, and then hopefully y'all will leave me alone and I can go back to playing 2-turn endgame in 2 turns of Flaunderies, right? Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, that was quite a grind. What is that? The Sigma grind set. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. See you in the next video. Peace.